Today, Precarious plays
Zone of the Enders. This is a much older style of Metal Gear than what you are used to.
Yeah.
Which, weirdly, has more technology because of the chronology of the series. So in the upper right-hand corner, you'll notice the Soliton radar.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's still the Soliton radar, even in this one.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to detect enemies relatively easily.
Yeah, so instead of the, it was just kind of like a sonar in the game I played.
Right, in Metal Gear Solid 3, you had the anti-personnel sensor, which I believe just made the controller rumble whenever someone was around.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was like gut-wrenching, just like sitting in the bushes sweating. That's most of that game, for me anyway. I tried not to.
Oh.
When that thing happens with the boss and the scary shit, I didn't see anybody I knew. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, so that was good. But it did make my playthrough, like, it took a long time. And I don't mean over a period of years like I've done other games, but the time that I spent actually playing the game took a long time. And I have to say that I appreciate the precision of the controls in this game, and it took a lot of getting used to. It's okay, you know how in Bayonetta and DMC Devil May Cry and to an extent Smash Brothers, you learn how to make the most of a slightly more complicated control scheme. Like, it's skill. Skill matters. And the better you are, the more fun it is. Like, learning that is the fun part.
Yeah.
Well, Metal Gear Solid feels like a slow-motion train wreck of that to me. You know, because it has lots of very specific...
Hold on. Am I gonna make it? Okay.
Yes,
Whoa.
you made it. It has lots of very specific controls, like
Fucking
leaning and tapping and moving and ducking and standing, and it's not just go plus smash plus jump like many games are.
Yeah.
It's very detailed. You have to think.
Tell me, in Metal Gear Solid 3, whenever you lean, do you suddenly use L2 and R2 to move along the walls? Is that a thing?
I don't remember.
Because this is what R2 normally does. It opens your weapon menu.
Oh.
It's a weird game.
Mm-hmm.
My feet still wet from the exterior.
Yeah, that type of detail is something that I really like about Metal Gear Solid. It's one of the reasons why the last Metal Gear Solid game that came out, what was it? Oh god.
See the way Snake's bandana moves over his shoulder? That was a big deal at the time.
It looks good. It is a big deal. That's hard shit. It's difficult. 3 points for that. But what was the most recent Metal Gear game to come out?
5, The Phantom Pain.
Right. So The Phantom Pain came out, and then that was the last one that I witnessed released. And then I suddenly realized that I hadn't played any of these yet, and I had been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So I finally played Metal Gear Solid. Oh, which one did I play?
3. You played 3.
3. So I played Metal Gear Solid 3, and I have to say, it's not as purely fun for me as, say, Bayonetta and DMC Devil May Cry and more action-y things, because the anxiety makes me bad at it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But the rewards for dealing with that anxiety are great, and the story's really interesting, so I started playing Peace Walker. Oh, dog, you did it! Get the fuck out of there. But, yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to play through this whole thing or play through until I get like a game over, you know?
Yeah. Well, let's look at this in the terms of a demo.
Oh, sometimes the controls are a little janky. I did not intend to do what I just did.
Yeah. Intention matters a lot in this. Oh, look at how nice the marble floor looks. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and the reflections from the lighting above.
Yeah.
It's still a very visually impressive game.
Yeah, I don't feel like I want to barf looking at it. And it's pretty old at this point, so that's good.
And it's on the PS2, which really is sort of inferior hardware to the GameCube. The
Yeah.
GameCube can do a lot of the stuff that... It does a lot of stuff that Metal Gear Solid 2 specifically would benefit from.
Yeah.
Like fire and water effects.
Yeah.
Better.
Well, and you know, you can look at the playthrough we did of Resident Evil 4 and see just the graphical difference between this and that. Granted, Resident Evil 4 was kind of covered in like a thin film of disgusting vomit. So, you know, maybe some of the textures were a little bit easier to hide stuff, but I think that all of the water and the fire, like, you can see it in that game. It has very good examples of what the GameCube was capable of. What makes a good demo? Like, what do you think makes a good demo? Like, is this a good demo, or is this appeasement because people were waiting on this game and they knew that Zone of the Enders was not as good?
Ultimately, I don't think that this is a good demo because Can I spoil something for Metal Gear Solid 2 for you?
Yeah, I mean that's okay.
This is the only part of the game that you play as Solid Snake.
Oh.
This is the game where they introduce Raiden.
Oh.
So it's very cheeky of them to include this because if you are interested in Solid Snake, then you could play the demo. Where's the?
Oh. Good thing he was questioning why that guy was on the ground. Woo! Yeah, see, my palms are already sweating. This is why it takes me so long to play Metal Gear Solid titles. Because I overthink and overthink, and I probably would have watched that guard route 6 more times.
But what was I going on about?
This is maybe not a good demo because...
Right, because if you are a person that really just wants to play as Solid Snake...
Yeah.
You can get the full experience just playing this demo.
Oh my gosh, do you think that this was... You know, this probably... People didn't know that you played Raiden.
Oh my god, did they... No.
This was a bait and switch.
A.D.A?
Yeah?
They changed pre-release footage
Yeah?
from later sections of the game
Yeah?
to feature Snake.
Maybe that's why people didn't like Raiden at first. It's probably because they felt cheated, like tricked.
Yeah,
They're
although
like, where's my man Snake? Oh my god, who's this fucker?
Uh-oh, I've got wet footprints.
Dry that shit off, yo. You've got to have a hanky somewhere in those many, many, many pockets.
Hold on. Oh, but he's gonna see the footprints. Oh no. Yeah, okay. But it showed me that he saw the footprints.
That's some pretty badass radar.
Oh, okay, that was not cool. Get up, Snake. God damn it. I couldn't remember if the grab button. Oh, there's no CQC in this game.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
he's knocked out. You did it. Kind of. No, not really. Your radar's still doing what it's doing. He's on this. Oh, God. Those damn footprints. would have been really great is to have a hanky in your inventory. Or just use some spare bandage to, like, wipe off your feet. That's the type of detail that I have come to expect from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Come on, dart. I shot him with a dart.
What the fuck, man?
Ah! I should have stayed hidden. They were running past. That was my fault. I accept full responsibility for that one.
Well, if you put enough footprints down, they won't know what's going on.
Garbage! 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 I don't care anymore. Man, it just... Getting caught in older Metal Gear Solid games is just so... immediately disappointing. I don't even want to play anymore. Ugh. I mean, I'm going to, but I don't want to.
I've always thought it was funny when you shake out people and stuff pops out of them very cutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that they made it intentionally extra cute and goofy looking.
Oh, man.
What?
I could have avoided all of this if I had remembered that square, holding square is like grab and throw.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where I went wrong. I held down circle to try to grab that guy that started this whole mess, and I punched him instead.
Oh. Well, so, you know, Zone of the Enders 1 comes with free snake.
I've gotta get my life back, but I can't remember how.
That is just so sneaky.
Ah, there it is. It's recovering.
It is...
What, me hiding in a locker, or?
No, what they did to Snake fans. It is so sneaky what they did to the Snake fans.
Appropriate, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is really appropriate. But I don't know. Hideo Kojima has always been kind of sassy and ridiculous anyways, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm gonna make art and all of you audiences enjoy, and if you don't like it, fuck you. Basically.
This is something that I miss. The HD collection.
Mm-hmm.
All of the pressure-sensitive buttons that you have on a DualShock that you don't have on a 360 controller.
Oh yeah, it's always on or off.
Yeah. Unless you're dealing, I think, specifically with the analog sticks, of course, and the triggers.
Mm-hmm.
But this has analog, I think, everything except for L3 and R3. Oh, well, and I guess start and select.
Mm-hmm.